Alright, we're back, gang. Welcome to the first episode of the CrossAndNod pod for this season. And even as I say that, guys, I will take it that we always seem to start recording in December for some reason. Last season too, we also started in December, and that's what we're doing again. I'm not here alone. I'm here with the team, here with the gang. David, I'm here with David, and I'm also here with Elemosho. For people who haven't listened to Elemosho's voice, he has been behind the scenes working with us on the podcast, and he's finally ready to share his voice with the world. So say hi, my bro.
Yeah. Hi,
They cooked
everyone.
before.
Yeah, was cooking.
It's nice to be on here to speak about the beautiful game that we all love.
Yeah,
So
bro.
so let's get it rolling.
So before we go deep into it, tell us a bit about yourself with the game. What club do you support? Where do your loyalties lie? That kind of thing.
All
Also,
right.
I know where the
So
banter can go to.
so I support the club with the most class in England and probably the world as Arsenal Football Club. The only club that's gone
My
a
guy.
full season unbeaten in the English Premier League. It's not easy, so even the almighty Pep is yet to attain such feats. So the golden Premier League remains like that. So I support Arsenal.
Let them know.
Gunners for life. So that's it.
Fairs. We won't talk about the trophy drought. All these golden Premier League is it true? Like, was there actually
There are only 2 golden trophies in the entire world. One is in my trophy cabinet in London. So the other one, who win the last World Cup?
The Argentina now.
Argentina.
Yeah.
The other one is in Buenos Aires.
All right. Let's get straight to it. It's December, so obviously we've had about 4 months of football now, and personally for me, I have enjoyed it. I guess the only thing I've not enjoyed this season is maybe a clear lack of clean sheets and defensive awareness across all teams. Like, maybe because I play FPL, so that's in my mind steady. Like, everybody they concede goals steady, nobody they keep clean sheets. It's baffling. But other than that, I've quite enjoyed the quality of football. What about you? What about you, David? What do you think?
For me, it's literally the opposite of what you're saying, because goals have been flowing this season, man. There have been a lot more goals, and it's not a test. It's not because the defend. I feel this might just my opinion. It's not because the defenders are not good. It's just the way the game has evolved. I believe people are less defensive. Teams are more open, and I feel like probably linked also to Guardiola's influence on this game. A lot more coaches are playing more open football. A lot more coaches are braver. There are just a handful of teams in the Premier League now that, except they are playing Arsenal, it's when they are playing Arsenal that they will decide to pack the biggest of bosses. There are a lot more teams in the Premier League that are open, they are playing more expansive, and that's why we see crazy scorelines nowadays. 4-3s, 4-4, 3-2.
I miss Mourinho though, because like we are losing recipes, man. We are losing defensive recipes. Influence of Guardiola, nobody wants that. Sometimes defense win titles, but that's by the way. I just go straight into my question. So, what game for you has been your best game this season that you watched and you were like, yeah, thank you football for saving my day, for saving my weekend?
Now by saving my weekend, now every week.
Every week
because if not for football. I saw a tweet the other day. The guy said he hasn't watched too many Premier League games this season. I'm like, guy, how you they survive? If not me, now only God will know where I go day. If I know they watch ball every weekend. So, as much as I hate to say it, it was a Spurs City game. I was expecting a cooking in that game for Spurs because they had a few injuries. and angeball, mate, deciding to play eye lines.
Bro, attacking
I
ball
was
all the
expecting
time.
them to get cooked. And to be fair, they rode their log at times, but like you got to appreciate a manager that sticks to his principles and a team that is brave enough, because sometimes the team doesn't respond.
Yeah.
Case in point, Man United. But moving on, a team that is brave enough to actually like take on board the philosophies of the manager. They stuck to their guns in that game. Granted, they became more solid. They subbed off Brian Gill and brought in Højbjerg to solidify the game. But at least they took the game to City, and you cannot fault them for earning a draw at the Etihad. So yeah, that was my favorite game. There was a lot of back and forth, a lot of drama. The referee was good up until the very end. You know,
Yeah,
that was just a proper game of
that
football.
Alan
Like
pass to
no,
Grealish. But wait, do you think Grealish should have scored that, bro? I don't think so, honestly.
well, we'll never know.
We can't say for sure because it didn't happen, So
We never know. We never know. But like that was a proper game of football, to be fair. The quality of the goals as well, especially from Spurs.
From Spurs, bro.
Damn.
Spurs, they played ball and they scored some good goals this season.
The Lo Celso goal was bonkers, man.
Bro. yeah.
That was a good
game. That was a good game.
How about you?
For myself, the only Madrid fan in the house. The only club with 14 Champions League.
Stop flying Emirates in front of the shirt,
Oh, your Emirates will be enter this space. No worry.
Forget that one.
Yeah, so my favorite game this season was the victory against Barcelona in the El Clasico. Why am I even saying that? Basically, the Jude Bellingham show, you know what I mean? That game, when we went into it, at that time, Barcelona were still a lot more solid than they are now. Right now, they are floundering, and I love that. But when we went into it, they were a lot more solid. And around that time, there was a lot of agenda that, Bellingham only scored tap-ins, this one, that one. Do you know what I mean? And of course, in true Madrid fashion, we had to stage a comeback to win that game, conceding an early goal. And 2 Bellingham goals took us to the victory. But it wasn't really the first goal. Like, bro, it's been so long since I've seen a rocket like that, bro. Like, maybe only Rodri. I think Rodri is the person that comes to mind. And I think someone scored. McAllister scored one for Liverpool too. McAllister scored one for Liverpool. But yeah, that Bellingham rocket made my weekend, and still top of mind. That was my favorite. That was my best game this season. My best game. Bellingham show. Like every day now, I wake up in the morning and I just stretch my hands out. Just for good luck. Just bringing some of that Bellingham juice to my life.
To be fair, he has been massive this season.
Nah, bro. Like I wasn't expecting it. Like 100 million transfers since Hazard. I'm always like, 100 million plus again. What are you going to do? I wasn't expecting it, bro, but it's exceeded my expectations in all aspects of the game. I love that. So I'm going to turn it over to Elemosho, my guy. Today is your day on the pod, my bro. Let's go wild. What's your best game so far?
So my best game so far, is the Chelsea Man City game this season. It was like total end-to-end stuff. So many things happened in that game, and I don't know. I think I haven't put the blame on Chelsea for not even going at it totally. At some point they had a good control of the game, but Man City is Man City. They can turn the game around anytime. So there were so many goals, like 8 goals in total in a match.
Yeah.
2 penalties, I think.
I think Chelsea went into halftime in the lead, 2-1 or so. That game.
I think it was 2-2. Like there was 4 games per half. That's how crazy the game was. Was 4 goals per half, So it was 2-2. Chelsea went ahead. I think City scored first. Chelsea scored 2 goals thereafter. Then Akanji equalized. Then second half, City came out all gun blazing. Okay, Then Chelsea came back again, bro. It was just too crazy, you know. And a lot of yellow cards flying here and there. The ref was just, I don't know, man. But yeah, so it's just like top of it for me because I think at that point, coming from the standpoint of an Arsenal fan, you know, I wanted Chelsea to go at it same way they went at it against us. They
First.
almost they almost made me feel like what my I think
What my team?
if
Yeah, they gave
bro
us
if if
story time.
if Chelsea had beaten Arsenal that man, I think I would have written off the season total because that would have been
Like
Chelsea
Chelsea, yeah,
like
Chelsea,
bro
12th position Chelsea.
like so I needed them to go like that against Man City and yeah they did so yeah it was really really solid game. I enjoyed like every second of it, man. I swear.
Yeah, I think the story is too because Cole Palmer, former City player,
Yes,
getting that late equalizer and
bro.
celebrating like that again, like
He had so many chances to like put put
bro,
them
he
to
gets.
bed,
I
But
swear he
yeah,
did. He did. He did. He did. It was a good game. It was a
Sterling
good
as
game.
well was a menace in that game.
bro,
Bro,
that's
He
his best game
exposed
for
he
Chelsea this
exposed
season.
Walker, man.
I swear
yeah.
down, man. So yeah, that's it for me.
We love to see it. Thankful to the beautiful game for steady saving us from the things where they go on. From the things where they go on. So yeah, that was just a slide though. We're gonna get into the thick of what we want to discuss today. Basically, we're just covering the breakout stars of the season so far. You know, and when I mean breakout, like players that have not really been established in the game. Maybe this is their first season or their second season in the big leagues, and you've been impressed with what they are doing so far. So it doesn't have to be a player playing for a top team. You know, we want our listeners to know that we are well watched or well traveled. You know, we watch all the teams, we
Yeah.
notice all the players. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start out with David. Make me I know stats. I will keep my own for back pockets. So David, who have you watched this season and you know you've gone, yeah, this is your breakout season. This is next rated as we talk on for edges.
I'm tempted to go by that because the guy that has actually really impressed me is 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 on is on the team that I hate the most in this
Interesting.
world.
Plot twist.
Yeah, this season, I've been really surprised by Spurs. I can't even lie. Like I
Bruh,
watched their games and I'm like,
bruh,
impressive.
bruh,
And
nah. I do with you
it's
on
been
that.
like I've been completely, and that's why I keep calling out Ten Hag and his lack of an imprint of style on that Man United team. A lot of managers have come into this league and imprinted style of plays. You Emery, De Zerbi,
Mm.
and Ange. When Ange first came, it was surprising, and I don't know who to choose between him, Ange, the manager, and a couple of his signings. So for me, one of his signings, Van de Ven.
Ooh,
When they signed Van de Ven, I'm like,
that boy,
who with this
that
Spurs
boy.
and their Spurs signings again? Which one be Van de Ven? Here you go. Where did that they signed from all these their unknown leagues? But based on the way they want to play, they want to play high line, they want to defend, they want to play aggressive, they want to defend high. Van de Ven has been a revelation this season. He's so smart with the ball. He makes Romero better, and his recovery is
Yeah,
fantastic.
I think we
He's
have to
good
talk
on the
about
ball.
that recovery especially. It's been amazing
Yeah,
for a
his
team that keeps
recovery
the eye line. You need players that
his
can.
recovery is what makes them able to play that island as bold as they played at the beginning of the season. Without like now they still do play the island, but they don't with Davis there
Now, okay,
and
he's injured right now. I just
recently.
wanted to say that for the listeners.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted you to say that he's injured right now for the listeners.
Yeah. So with Davis there and with Van de Ven out and Davis there, it's not the same because now they're just more astute. They're more aware defensively just by the sole fact that they don't have a Van de Ven at the back because his recovery has been crazy amazing this season. he hasn't put up like crazy stats that I can start mouthing off like different stats and say, oh, he's done this, he has the most tackles, blah blah blah. But just the eye test and watching how reliant they as a team, how on the style of play, and how solid it's been, especially being new to the league as well.
Yes.
It's been a massive testament to his quality. It's a massive
There's,
testament to the scouting team at that club, and a
there's one
massive
thing I want
testament
to
to the
point
manager.
out that you haven't said. He's a freak of nature, isn't he? Like, the
Yeah,
guy is 6 feet 4 inches and he runs like he's 5'8". Like, I've never seen it before. You don't expect him to be that fast. You don't expect him to be that strong, but he is. I think they got him from Wolfsburg, like you said, and this season he has been so good, and he's also good with the ball. Like,
Bro,
yeah.
he's also good with the ball. Every Elemosho, I'm hearing you, bro.
yeah, another thing I wanted to just say about him is like the manner in which he has been able to like complement Romero like quite
Romero,
easily.
yeah.
You would almost think they've been playing together for like a long time, you know. So yeah, the guy is like really solid, and I hope I don't know. Sometimes it's wishing sports player well is I don't know, it doesn't work well for me. But then I just I just feel like when he comes back, they'll be much better than they are again.
Yes,
Yeah, they will
yes.
definitely be they will be way more solid than they are currently. They will just be like they will just go back to that free flowing, expansive. Even though they still do that today, but it's extreme when he's there. They just leave it. They just it's literally Van de Ven against whoever striker it is.
Bro,
If you want to counter, don't worry, we've got Van de Ven, and I can
like,
relate to that.
you've got Saliba.
Exactly.
You
Like
know,
there's a kind of confidence that you just have when you have a solid defender at the back. When you know
Yeah,
no one gets past this guy,
yeah,
and he's good on the ball. He's fast. He has defensive nous. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Van de Ven is really good,
When I
and
was
he's been one of the
doing
breakout stars this season.
when I was doing the research for the show, yeah, that's right, guys. I actually do research and prepare for this thing. I saw a stat
Oh,
that
Jebby.
I saw a stat that he was the fastest defender in Bundesliga last season. He recorded the highest speed for any defender in Bundesliga, and I'm sure this. Oh well, there's Walker to compete with, but you know Bundesliga had Alfonso Davies, bro. Bundesliga also has
yeah.
Alfonso Davies. For him to be the highest speed, that's crazy. That's really crazy, man. But of course, he has Walker to compete with in the Premier League, so I'm not sure that's happening. But yeah, good shout, Micky Van de Ven. Hopefully, he comes back from his hamstring injury in the same form, and we get to see more brilliant football from him. You know. So up next, up next, Elemosho, my guy. You've had time to
Yeah,
stew on it, so what are you saying,
yeah,
bro?
yeah. My guy, right, that I was speaking on is Alejandro Garnacho.
Okay.
So I think most people would just maybe say that it's not like entirely a great choice. Maybe just that the goal against Everton just puts him ahead of the curve. But then goals like that, bro,
Hmm.
there are special things that put you in the
That's
top six for
special,
for for
bro.
for, for a long time. So yeah, I'll just dive into his talents, you know. So I think Man U signed him from Atletico Madrid just like 3 years back and all of that, and like gradually he has moved through the youth team under 21, then gradually if he's had his chance in the first team. But now I think he has like the great opportunity to like cement his place because if we look at it generally, Man United, their attack
It's not cooking.
it's not cooking, it's not giving, you know,
It's not giving anything.
it's not settled. So there's a bit of chaos here and there on the field and off the field,
What
and
is
it's like
actually cooking in that thing? Nothing.
I swear, low key, man. Low key.
The owners are making bastard money, bro.
I
That's the only thing
swear,
that is working in
their
that
accounts
team.
are cooking
The
low
account
key.
cooking.
Nah, true, sha.
I swear. So yeah, so and then from the period where I think David mentioned something about Ten Hag not having like an identity, because I'm sure like when Ten Hag came into the Premier League, I'm sure like people looked at what he did at Ajax, that
Yeah,
whole season run they had until the semi-final, I think, in the Champions League,
yeah.
till they lost out to Spurs. So you could see, I think I think they beat
They
Madrid
beat
at the
Madrid.
Bernabeu
No
now.
loud down now,
So
bro.
yeah, so
We're
we
already
saw
glossing over
we
that.
saw we
4-1.
saw 4-1, bro. We saw the explosive football they were playing, the tiki taka them and all of that. But then it's not been evident in United. Maybe I think to an extent it's a case of the quality of players in terms of technicality. I feel like United players, some of them, I don't know, they just lack the requisite like technicality to play at the top level. And to an extent, I can't totally blame Ten Hag. But then at the same time, some of them have been a signing, so let's not go too deep into that. Let's go
Yeah,
back to Garnacho. Yeah. So gradually, I think for me, I feel his best position on the team is when he's playing as the left winger. That way, he's able to cut in, um, look for spaces between behind the striker and all of that easily. As against when he's coming through the right wing, is limited to just crossing directly
yeah,
most times, so just finding the midfielder that's open that can receive the pass. So yeah, this season he has been able to play with more confidence, and that's
yeah.
the confidence is what translated to the goal that he scored. Because I don't know, like you,
Bro,
when I was
bro,
watching that match,
bro. I
while,
scrammed. I screamed.
while I was watching that match, I did not believe my eyes.
Bro,
I did not believe what
I
I just watched,
screamed
bro.
like, bro, like, yo, I was so shocked because the
And
cross was
do
a
you know?
horrible cross. Let's be honest. That
the,
Lord put that ball
the,
way behind him.
Do you
bro,
know what? And Garnacho has always had that kind of streak in him where he does something out of the ordinary like that, and he does it knowing that he's the guy, he's him, right? That match I was watching with expecting Everton to give us Sunday. Was it
Because they
on
were
the
even
Sunday?
in form. It was on a Sunday now. Everton was even in, they were building form that period. Just
And
yeah.
getting those
they had
wins.
just been deducted the 10 points. I was like,
I
You get,
swear,
a cold night at Goodison. What do you
you
have for
get
me? And
tension,
and
tension
Garnacho
in
went
the
and
air.
did that.
bro.
Bruh. He
That
did
that
that,
that that's kind of good idea. Even if you have a plan as a manager, I feel your players
bro.
are going to be confused immediately.
Bro, like,
Like that, it was just like where you just copy and paste something. Now, so City just copied and pasted like what Rooney did against
Warren,
City.
yeah,
But it was like exact same thing. The nanny cross
bro,
to Rooney,
bro,
boom, same corner. Like I'm
bro.
like Pickford, bro. This is not even your fault. It's not your fault. I mean, it's not a matter of maybe your shot or something, but
Two keepers
put
are not catching that,
nobody's
my
catching
guy.
that, bro. You're not expecting it, so where are you even going to? So yeah, so he's playing with a lot more confidence, and I believe that if the manager is able to trust him well, and if he's going to be like well drilled and given like proper coaching. Sometimes I like when I speak to my guys, I liken him to Martinelli, to be honest, because I feel like they are both like raw talents.
Bro,
They have the skill set, but they need it to be like properly nurtured for them
right.
to get to a great level. When Martinelli came, it was explosive. Like it's just all about let's go direct, direct, direct. That's why some Arsenal players
Exactly.
kept calling for him to like play as the number nine. Because he has the potential to play there. So it's same thing for Garnacho for me also. I feel like if the manager is able to like just find a way to like help him improve on his decision making in terms of when to face your defender, when to drop the pass, when to shoot. He should look into doing more shooting, to be honest, because these days so many wingers are not shooting like that anymore, to be
Yeah.
honest. Everyone is just looking to cut back and just drop the pass the Grealish way, and football
Win some
football is
fouls.
win some fouls the Grealish way, and football was not like this, bro.
It
We
wasn't
used to
though.
we used to back on the wingers to make the magic happen.
Like
So
I
and
saw a tweet yesterday that said that we complain about not having skills and crossover and feint in football, but players like Neymar and Vinicius that do that, we say when they kick them, we say, oh yeah, they deserve that, you
bro, it's the media. It's the media.
know.
The media is just what And this thing, I don't know, man. This whole thing you just mentioned is happening. It happens mostly in the place where I feel like it should be more expressive, and that's in Spain.
Yeah, in Spain,
Because
yeah,
I can remember the Copa del Rey final, Barcelona versus Athletic Bilbao, where
yeah. When Messi,
when Neymar tried to do an overhead kick. Sorry, no, it wasn't overhead kick now. I think it
sombrero
was
flick.
yeah, sombrero flick, yeah,
Yeah, I
and
remember
everything
that.
just busted into a fight,
Into a
bro.
fight, like bro, why you
Like
angry?
this is the beautiful game.
But
Everyone has
yeah,
become so rigid, So
back to
yeah,
Garnacho.
so
The
yeah,
thing that
back to
stands
Ghana.
out for me personally is his personality. Like being an Argentinian player and being so vocal about your love for Ronaldo and like copying him, imitating him in everything. To me, it says because I believe that football is not just about skills and talent. So many other things, the mental side of it, the emotional
Yeah,
side of it, the temperament side of it. They work together to make players who they become. And I feel like having that bravado, having that confidence, having that personality speaks to the kind of player that he can become if he gets the right management, like you said, like what you were talking about.
yeah. So I still feel like there's a lot more to
That
come from him. This
that's a big if though.
If
it's always a big if,
If he gets the right
Not,
management,
I don't know. I don't know. He might be the guy, he might not be, but let's see. I feel like
Tenag
regardless,
Tenag Tenag at Man United, his record at Man United has been poor with respect to developing the players that were there and even helping the players that he signed to settle in. So I don't know, but see how it goes. Time will tell.
yeah,
yeah, yeah, nice one, nice shout. So up to me now. My peak of the season, my breakout star of the season, which I'm actually very proud to talk about for two reasons. Because one, during our probably the second episode we recorded last year during the World Cup, I mentioned this guy, and Caesar and Dave were not too. You guys didn't pay enough attention. Mohammed Kudus. I remember mentioning the World Cup, say this guy the ball. I did see some things for him body, but nobody. They called me a madman. But here we are today. He's the
Why you
breakout.
they lie?
Bro, I don't lie. If you go listen to this episode, I don't listen to everything so many times. Though. I mentioned this guy could do say the ball. Una no take cognizance. But here we did today in the Premier League. Mohammed Kudus is my breakout star, and the thing that attracted me to him is I know we all agree in that some way. Maybe that narrative is changing in recent years, but like in terms of technicality, African footballers have not always been the best, because of the way we develop the sport here, the grassroots is not that solid. So there are usually technical deficiencies in our game. But Mohamed Kudus is one player that seems to have been able to avoid that. Um, to me, it's scary how rounded he is as a player. His technical level is high. He can carry the ball. He can strike the ball. And even in tight spaces, he's a lefty, even in tight spaces when they give him the ball, he's able to shield the ball, he's able to dribble out of that spot and move the ball forward, which is something I feel like West Ham have been enjoying recently. That's why Bowen has been able to play that straight nine and not really worry about having to carry the ball because they've got Mohamed Kudus. He's got, 3 goals this season and he's also got 1 assist in 13 appearances and he's balling. That's just it. West Ham, they've lost a bit of form over the last few weeks, guaranteed. But Mohamed Kudus has been a shining light. It's particularly his dribbling for me. I did not see that coming. Like I did not see that coming. He's so good with the ball, so good with the ball, and he can shoot. One touch finish, he get down for body. Like
So respect his dribbling. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't know if you remember, OG, the game we saw at National Stadium, Abuja,
yeah.
Ghana versus Nigeria. Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah. You
I
say who's
doubt
that
if you
guy?
remember. I was asking you, who is that number 20?
Yes, bro. I remember.
That
I
number
remember that.
20, they disturb our midfield.
Bro, that
That
time he
guy,
was still
he
playing in the
was
middle of the
dribbling.
park.
But way back then, I didn't know it was Mohammed Kudus. Like, of course,
Yeah,
like,
even same. Who Sabi
who
Papa?
sabi Mohammed Kudus? I just want to say that number 20, when they that midfield, he
He
did
dey
give us problem.
that
He was
time
running
Ghana,
rings around,
bro,
who was it, Ep1 and all those guys in midfield that day.
bro.
So, with respect to
That
that
time
dribbling, I've always, like, he was a menace in that game.
he was a menace. At that time, Ghana used him centrally, but I think
Yeah.
over the last few years since then, he has developed into like an inside forward that can be deployed on the right or right RCM, that kind of eighth position.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the like most beautiful thing about him, the fact that he can like play across different like positions in the forward line,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I don't know, sometimes up until now where because I don't know, man, maybe David will attack me, but up until now where Albert is beginning to like show some promise, I was wondering why Ateta did not go for him, because there were speculations, right? I think at the point it was Brighton that was ahead.
Chelsea too
It
were
was
in the
Chelsea,
race.
yes. But then all of a sudden, I'm like,
West
bro,
Ham.
West Ham signed in. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
going on here now?
Like,
But
how did you
then,
let this guy go?
yes, and from when he signed, I think Moyes tried to like integrate him like gradually, but
Yeah.
then every time he came on, at least you could see the quality. You know
Yeah.
that if this guy gets into the team more often, he's going to showcase himself and he's going to deliver great output. And yes, he has done a lot of that, even
Bro.
in the Europa League and all of that. So yeah, I believe like it's just going to get better. That's just the way I see
It's
it.
definitely
It's
going to
just
be.
going to
There
get better.
was an assist he gave Bowen. This guy carried the ball up in the middle of the pitch on the halfway
He
line,
can
bro.
drive,
And
bro.
dry. He drove the ball like progressive carry. Nobody say
Ah,
you collect ball, you
damn.
pass back. Like progressive carry, in dribble. Then they mark
Uh,
him, they shield the ball.
I
African
share
stamina,
as in yeah, like
bro.
he has several great qualities that will help
Yeah,
like
it
every
does.
team that he
It
joins,
does.
man.
It does. It does. It's a joy to
Unless I know
watch,
they
and
trust African players.
can you imagine, bro? Django, break those chains.
But
Django,
Do you
break
know
those
why?
chains.
your club
Do
Why
you
wants
don't
to
know
you?
sign
why?
your
And
club
it's a
wants to sign
trend
a
I've
seaman
noticed.
now.
It's a
Why?
trend I've noticed, and it's why I'm even worried that the Arsenal links to Osimhen is getting stronger. They get injured, fam. They get like
You mean that?
multiple
Are you
Everybody
injuries
talking?
gets
every
injured,
season.
bro.
Are you talking about the age thing, like
I
similar to
no be
what
me
Party
go
is
talk
going through?
but I just don't know. Party every single season until this season maybe say
But
Ateta go buy
Partey
right.
used to be fit, oh, bro. It was
Partey used to be
until
fit at Lattes too
it was
now.
until he came to Arsenal. I don't know. So
Yeah,
that's
now.
where,
Exactly.
like,
So
Atletico.
waiting that one can't tell you.
Bro, you can't
When he
call it an
was
African thing. We have Thiago.
No,
Idea bought Thiago.
I
Whoever
do.
plays more than 3 games for Liverpool is half a game. They had Keita. Oh, Keita is African. Chill. We
But
have
to be
Rich
honest,
James. We
man,
have Rich James too. Rich James never played. Stay at home captain. Work from home
work
captain.
from home captain, bro.
Shey dey whine me. He
Because
can't
remote
I
stay
said
fit to
worker.
save his life.
when Chelsea gave him that captain band, I was wondering,
Bruh.
are you sure? Are you guys sure about what you're doing? Because this guy is not going to be
See,
available for too long.
no, I'm not trying to knock Africans and their hustle and what they've been able to achieve in the game, but the Africans it's a trend. They just get injured too often for me. Especially those when they become key players for their teams, is when you begin to see some mad injury madness. And I'm like,
You
But
get why?
the exceptional ones in recent seasons, they've not been like that now.
Salah, bro. Salah doesn't get injured, man.
Salah, Mane, Yaya
Man, you know they get
Toure,
injured. Bro. What
we
you
have like
saying?
stellar guys. Me,
Osimhen
I
self
want,
dey fit now. They play for Napoli steady now.
Osimhen will just come
no,
back from
And
injury.
I just this season. I just this season he carry injury
No,
now.
Osimhen has like a slight injury. Like I don't know.
A worrying
Yeah,
injury record.
even yeah, a bit worrying. Not so, but it should bring. They should bring. I mean, I don't mind.
She big.
Yeah, no, lovely. All right, that's it. That's the breakout stars. I don't want us to talk for too long. There's a lot more topics that I'm going to share and talk over the next couple of weeks. But it was nice to catch up with the gang again.
Yeah.
Premier League is about to start in maybe an hour or so. Time for some football. We're gonna be watching that.
Today is just
Should we
like, I don't
do?
know.
Should be a good watch. Should be a good
Fingers
watch.
crossed. Fingers
Yep,
crossed.
yep. So that's it from us today. That's it from the gang. Dave, OG, and Elemosho. We've been happy to talk football with you guys. And we hope you've also had a great time listening to us. Don't forget to tell your friends, your family members, those guys you watch ball with about the CrossAndNod pod. And you can also follow us on Twitter at CrossAndNodFT. Oh, sorry, on X. Follow us on X at CrossAndNodFT and on Instagram at CrossAndNod. Thank you guys. We'll be back again next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, G.
Alright now. Great one, guys.
Great one.
Cheers.